want your life to look like anything that will cause someone to stumble. You've done a great job. Great job. Great job. You did a great job. But after all the accolades, in verse 4, God says, I got one problem. You've done a real good job. But I do have one problem. And the reality is, you work hard. You patiently endure. You don't tolerate evil people. You've examined and discovered the wolves in sheep clothing. And you have patiently suffered and have not quit. I mean, that's like 6 things you got right. But God said, I got one problem. I got one problem. Now in the world, might have still been an A or B plus. But God said, I got a problem. I got a problem, and this one problem got 2 parts to it. You don't love me like you once did. And you definitely don't love each other anymore. You did, but you don't love each other anymore. God recalls how they loved him in the beginning of the relationship. God recalls it. You're doing a great job. Man, you feeding the hungry. You doing all. You've endured. You trying your best to live right. But you don't love me anymore. And you don't love each other anymore. They've gotten so caught up in the work. They've gotten so caught up in the task to where the first and the greatest and the second that's like unto it, they've forgotten all about that. But they're the hardest worker. They look the holiest. They sound the holiest. They act the holiest. They seem the holiest. They portray the holiest. But the first 2, God said, you don't love me like you used to love me. When you came to me and you were hurt and you were dying and you were going through and you said, God, I yield. God, save me, God. God, I want to give my life to you, God. And I didn't judge you from all the stuff that you messed up. I didn't care about anything that you did wrong. I stood there with my arms wide open. And when you ran, I put my arms around you. And I didn't let any weapon form against you prosper. But now that you're blessed, you don't love me like you used to love me. You used to pray more. But now that I done bless you more, you pray less. You used to study the word more. But now that I done bless you more, you study less. You going through all the motions, but the things with me, you in front of people, you're doing a good job. You're extremely impressive. But the thing with me, God said, you don't love me like you used to love me. He said, you throw some crumbs at me every now and then. You stand up and shout and sing hallelujah. You make people thank you. But you don't love me. You remember when we used to just spend time together? But now you're so blessed you don't have time no more. You can't even find time to spend with me. You're busy. You're busy because I blessed you with a job. Now you're too busy to spend time with me. I bless you with some finances. Now you're too busy to spend time with me. I bless you with some friends, but now you're too busy to spend time. We used to just go on walks. We didn't need a big show. We just used to spend time together. Used to go sit out to the lake and just think about the goodness of the Lord and all I've done for you. We used to sit there and you meditate with me. You used to tell me how much you love me. I didn't have to pull it out you. I didn't have to take you through something, but you would just tell me how much you love me. But you don't do that no more. You don't do that no more. And he says that I'm trying to use y'all to draw people. And y'all don't even like each other no more. Y'all in the same church, doing the same ministry, serving the same God, and y'all fake. Y'all phony. You don't, how can you? I showed you in the word. 2 or 3 come together in my name. I'm in the midst. And every time I turn around, y'all on that little phone, running your mouth about stuff that you don't even know, about folk that you're supposed to be trying to do ministry with, talking like you was in the room. I mean, you done turned it into a fact like you was in the room. What it got to do with you? I told you to bear one another's burdens. Share one another's burdens. When they hurt, you ought to hurt. When they stumble, you ought to feel like it's your job to help pick them up. Why you celebrating their failures? Why you celebrating their fall? Why are you condemning when they're going through? Don't you realize that what they're going through now, that one day it might be you, somebody in the house. God said that we got to love one another. We can't do ministry together when we don't love one another. God says you don't love me.